नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ 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 नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्.
Please keep the arti down and let us get ready to see the darshan. Om Rajadhiraj.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
பரப்பி சைவத்தை யோக செய்து பக்தி நெறி பரப்பி சைவத்தை யோக செய்து அஞ்ஞான மலமறுத்து சிவமாக்கியமையாண்ட கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். நெறியில்லா வாழ்வுதனின் குரலும் இம்மக்களுக்கு நெறியில்லா வாழ்வுதனின் குரலும் இம்மக்களுக்கு நெறியுடைய வேதத்தின் உட்பொருளை அறிவித்து நெறியுடைய வேதத்தின் உட்பொருளை அறிவித்து வீடு வேறு நாங்கள் அடைய விந்தைகள் செய்த கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். என்று அஞ்ஞான திமிரேறி பொய்யெல்லாமே என்று அஞ்ஞான திமிரேறி பாவங்கள் பல செய்து கர்மங்களை மூட்டை கட்டி பாவங்கள் பல செய்து கர்மங்களை மூட்டை ஞானத்தை கட்டி பிறப்பெடுத்த பல உயிர்க்கு ஞானத்தை அருள வந்த கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம் மன்னதனில் பிறந்த இது மாண்டு விடும் உயிர்களுக்கு மன்னதனில் பிறந்த இது மாண்டு விடும் உயிர்களுக்கு எண்ணமில வாழ்வுதலை வாழ வைத்து சீ செய்த எண்ணமில வாழ்வுதலை வாழ வைத்து சீ செய்த சுண்ண வெந்நீரணியும் ஈசனே நேசனே கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுறையும்
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanya Pitakartas, Yajamans, manifestors, Sarvaparityagis, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, E-Gurukul students, KAILASA NHU students and Paramashivoham 24th season participants. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. My reality, how I exist. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen intensely. The reality of how I exist, reality of my cosmic existence, presence, if you internalize, your reality will become my reality. Listen intensely. Please listen to every statement I am making. There are multiple ways to get enlightened. Manifest Paramashiva. You can do yoga, kriya, puja, lifestyle. Like the other day I was revealing Anavopaya, Shaktopaya, Shambhavopaya, Anupaya. There are multiple methodologies. The most easiest is Anupaya, just by initiation, manifesting Paramashiva. Now, the methodology Paramashiva is revealing is Anupaya. Listen. You can consider this today's message as the continuation of Mahashivaratri message. Paramashiva is revealing how he exists in his cosmic presence and how he has manifested in this being as Nithyananda Paramashivam. These two, if you internalize, you can just manifest all the best things in the life. State of Paramashiva, the pure Nirvikalpa Samadhi, space of Paramashiva, complete completion with everything. Powers of Paramashiva, Parashakti herself manifesting in your life and playing your life as you want. In every level, you can have the best life if you just internalize the existence, the reality of Paramashiva's presence. Understand? The Paramashiva's creation. Shivaratri day, I was explaining both the layers. How the cosmic existence of Paramashiva and this Nithyananda Paramashivam manifestation of Paramashiva, both the layers I was explaining in both level. Understand? The creation aspect of Paramashiva, intense, living, alive, creation, manifestation aspect. See, I'll give you a powerful secret. Infuse intense love in your life. You will create tirelessly. Tirelessly you will create. Make your creation as a mission. Understand? If you are a doctor, think of health as a mission of your life. Then you will attract that kind of people around you, manifest intense love for healing people, treating people, curing people. I tell you, anyone who makes his creation as his mission, not just profession or career, if you make this as your mission, all the Ashta Aishwaryas and Mahalakshmi will be with you. Understand? If you make your creation as just your profession, you see, you want to create an hospital. If you just make that as a profession, career, you will have money needed to create one hospital. You will have people needed to create one hospital. You will have things needed to create one hospital. So for that, Dhana Lakshmi will come, Dhanya Lakshmi will come, Vidya Lakshmi will come, Jnana Lakshmi will come, all Lakshmi's wealth needed for that one hospital will come. Convince yourself. Take time to convince yourself. Giving health is a mission for your life. Till the last breath. You will treat the last minute also a patient, and you will make sure he is comfortable. You helped him, healed him. Then now it is time to leave to Kailasa. Take a deep breath and Paramashivoham. Reach Kailasa. That's it. Make your creation as a mission. I tell you, Ashta Lakshmi will shower. All the auspicious things will shower. I gave the example of doctor. You can be a teacher. If you are a teacher, teaching is your creation. Decide. Teaching the whole world the subject you want to teach as a mission. I tell you, if you start thinking yourself as a mission, the 25 heads of Paramashiva will start manifesting in you. Listen carefully. This is the very important secret. I went to Arunagiri Yogeshwara once. I remember very clearly. There was a death in the Tiruvannamalai village. I went and told him about that. Important person in the village died, and is a known person to the whole village. He just smiled and said, yes, reached Kailasa, and now he is waiting for the next birth. So casually, I just asked him, how this whole flow you are able to take it so casually? Then he smiled and said, understand, whatever exists outside exists inside. Whatever exists inside exists outside. There is a death outside. There is a death inside. If you know how to understand the death dimension of you inside, you will understand the death dimension outside. You have all the 25 dimensions in you. I just looked at him and said, only one dimension of me I am able to understand. If I think of me as a creator, I am not able to think of me as a maintainer. If I think of me as a maintainer, I am not able to understand I am the destroyer. If I think of me, I am the destroyer, I am not able to think I put people in delusion or pull it out of delusion. If I think I am liberating, I am not able to think I am the destroyer and I am the person who puts the people in delusion and pulling it out. He just looked at me and said, understand? listen to this truth. This can be anupaya, direct initiation. Direct initiation. For all of you, listen. Unfortunately, human beings are brainwashed in a very young age by the mediocre human beings, the mediocre society. Focus means it is only on one thing. No. Focus means it is on oneness, not on one thing. He told me, for a few days to practice, tie the eyes and practice the archery. In Tamil he told, கண்ணை கட்டிக்கிட்டு தினம் அந்த வில் அம்பு பழகுப்பா. Still my mother may remember, in the house I will make a ruckus with bow and arrow. All the time I'll be having the bow and arrow, tie the eyes and try to walk with blindfolded and play with bow and arrows. See, my house is a large giant family. Lot of kids will be all around there. And she will always be in fear that what I will do, where my arrows will fall. And she will scream, she doesn't have a problem in me playing with bow and arrow, because she knows I will never hurt anyone if I am able to see. But she is always insecure. She is frightened about me tying the eyes and then playing with bow and arrow. She will literally beg, Sami, Sami, Sami. கண்ணை திறந்து பார்த்துக்கிட்டு நீ என்ன வேணா பண்ணு, கண்ணை கட்டிக்கிட்டு ஏன் விளையாடுற? She'll beg me that with open eyes you play with bow and arrow, nobody will stop you. I will never stop and I won't feel insecure. But if you tie your eyes and play with the bow and arrow, you don't know where you are, whom you are hitting, where the arrow is hitting, and we don't know where it is going to go, because house is all around, everywhere the kids are there. Then I used to go to the backyard, the garden, or in the temple itself. I'll go to the 4th prakaram and 5th prakaram where people will not be there, and I'll start doing it. He taught me this. I can give this as a technique to all of you. Try this. I'll tell you exactly what happened in me, so you can understand. You see, when I tied my eyes and started focusing the goal through bow and arrow, my whole energy was not on one. Focus means one if you are externally focusing. Focus means oneness if you are internally focusing. That whole shift from one to oneness has happened. Understand? When I tied my eyes and started aiming, what I do usually in the archery with open eyes, the same thing I will do with tied. When the eyes are tied, you can't see externally and you have to see internally. The focus, as long as it is external, you are brainwashed to focus on one. If it turns internal, it becomes oneness. That was such a strong click. And after a few days of playing with that blindfold archery, he was asking me, what is going on? Do you understand what I said? Yes, Swamiji, I am trying to understand. He put his hand on my head and tied my eyes and asked me to do the same, aiming at the goal with my eyes tied. and his hand on my head. Initiation, the Anupaya. When I sent the arrow, by the time the arrow hit the exact point, my focus hit the oneness. I heard the Arunagiri Yogeshwara screaming in joy. Hey! He was screaming in joy because I achieved oneness. I could see focus means all 25 component of me is the focus which can never be taken away from me. That is the eternal focus. Tarana and dhyana become samadhi. Listen. Listen to this intensely. You can even practice this archery, but do it where nobody else is there. And when you are practicing, be very careful about where you are practicing and take care of the security issues. For me, at least my mother was there to protect the kids and everyone. And listen and understand. When I was playing the archery with the eyes tied, I could see clearly my whole focus was inside oneness. Oneness is not one. And all the 25 dimensions of Paramashiva got awakened. I could see the 25 faces of Paramashiva. Not just FACES alone. I am saying PHASES. 25 faces of Paramashiva. Represented as faces of Paramashiva. I want all my kids, boys, girls, everyone, to practice this blindfolded archery. Next few days, practice this. Even if you are adult, if you think you are my kid, you can practice this. I give you all this as initiation. Anupaya and Shaktopaya. You will click that you can exist as 25 dimension. Listen. When you convince yourself, click with the idea you are larger than what you imagine as you, you will feel so energetic, healthy, wealthy. You will know, hey, I am not just a doctor. I am a healer with a mission to heal. I am not just a teacher. I am an educator with a mission to educate. Make yourself larger than what society taught you. If you understand even intellectually the existence of Paramashiva, focus means not on one but on oneness. I tell you, this is exactly the way Arjuna won the game, the challenge, and married Draupadi. Listen to this. This is exactly the science taught to Rama by Vasishta. This is exactly the science taught to Arjuna by Drona. This is exactly the science Karna was taught by Parasurama. I am giving you the pure Hindu, Indian archery science. Then after Arunagiri Ishvara initiated me and I experienced that oneness, even with open eyes, when I focus and send the arrows, I was focused on oneness, not on one. Then what happened, wherever I say the archers have, the arrow started going. It does not need to be. See, I may send the arrow to the front side, but if I tell the arrow to go somewhere different, even back side, it will just turn and go. I know for a logical people, it will be a little difficult for you to believe. Maybe soon when I am able to make a video, I will make a video and put it. You guys can see this power manifestation. Even now I am able to do it. It's not that only at that time I had, now the power is lost. No, even now I have the power and I am able to manifest, and I'll manifest it and show you guys. All my disciples who does not require proof from me, just my word is enough for you to get initiated, inspired. Start practicing this blindfolded archery. You will understand what I mean by the word focus. Does not mean one. Focus means oneness. I tell you, when you understand focus is not on one, it is on oneness, you will be convinced you are too huge, too large. If I can just give you one glimpse, even only once, that you are more than what society has taught you, my mission is done. Then I know how you will think. Then I know how you will act. Then I know you will be healthy, you will be wealthy, you will be blissful, you will be manifesting powers. You will have all the Mangala, all the Mangalatva, all the auspiciousness, all the Lakshmi showering on you. Because once you are awakened to the truth, you are more than what society taught you. You can't keep quiet. You can't keep quiet. Experientially, I need to ignite you. That's all is my job. Once I ignite you, then you will catch Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Barho Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachotayat. Let me be constantly reside in the consciousness which intensely, continuously, spontaneously awakens my inner knowledge, the pure conscious energy. That's exactly the meaning of Gayatri Mantra. Understand, in Hinduism, we teach kids how to be awakened consciousness. We don't teach kids how to think or what to think. No. We teach kids how to be awakened conscious. This blindfolded archery is one of the most powerful methods to make the kids understand focus is not one on one, focus is on oneness. If you try the archery with open eyes, even if you are a great archer in the world and successful, you will be focusing on one. With a blindfolded archery, you will be focusing on oneness. You always hear a story when Drona was teaching Arjuna the archery. He told Dharmaraja to aim at a bird. Dharmaraja, then Drona asked, what is that you are seeing? Dharmaraja said, I am seeing the tree and I am seeing the bird. Then he said, okay. And he asked Bhima to focus. Bhima said, yes, I am seeing the bird. Not even the tree, only bird. Then when he asked Arjuna, Arjuna said, I am not even seeing the bird, I am seeing only the eye of the bird, which I need to hit. This is the initial lesson about focus on one. But that is not ultimate. Then the eyes are tied. The next level, that blindfolded archery, that is when the focus on oneness is taught. when you get the glimpse of the focus of oneness, the experience of oneness, then you can use any mantra and tell the arrow what it should do, it will do it. It will just do that. That's it. It is no more an ordinary archery. Understand? It's not very difficult. It's not at all difficult. Just try for a few days next. Playfully. Blindfold. Remember Paramashiva. Chant Mahavagya. Connect with me. Be in oneness with me. And now I've initiated all of you formally. My blessings. You will all be successful. Everyone will be successful. Just do it. Within few days you will click. That focus is not about on one. Focus is all about on oneness. This initiation from my Guru, Arunagiri Yogeshwara, gave me that experience. I am the creator inside and outside. I am the maintainer inside and outside. I am the destroyer inside and outside. I put things in delusion and pull out of delusion inside and outside. I liberate inside and outside. I tell you, cosmically how Paramashiva exists and how he manifested in my life as Nithyananda Paramashivam. In one by one, every level I will reveal. Just internalize this. You will just manifest exactly how Paramashiva is cosmically available. How he exists, you will become same. How he exists, you will manifest same. In every level. In every level, decide to become larger than what society taught you. Society would have taught you, oh, if you are focused on enlightenment, spirituality, your relationship with your wife, your husband, your family will be disturbed. You won't have time to spend with them. No! It is not true. Wrong convictions you are entertaining is the only problem. Don't eat others' shit. Don't eat others' vomit. If at all you have to eat something, eat only Guru's prasada. Now what I am giving is Guru's prasada. You are larger than what society has taught you. Click it. Click with it. Think intensely. Internalize. There is nothing lacking in your life. The only thing you need to have is the zeal of making your creation into a mission. If you are a real estate agent, don't look at that as your profession or career. Look, providing homes, infrastructure for everyone in your city or in your country. Think in that level of mission, you will see how the Jnana Lakshmi ideas, Vidya Lakshmi principles, Dhana Lakshmi wealth, Shakti, everything. Santana Lakshmi means always not the kids. People who will support you in the mission, who are your part, all of them will be attracted to you. all of them will gather around you. I am telling you. When I started this public life, I was just all alone. All alone. But one person at a time, I started reaching out. There is no life negative cognition which can empower you. Listen carefully. I will reveal more deeper secrets of Paramashiva's creation dimension, how he manifests as Nithyananda Paramashivam, and creation dimension of my life. First, love. Love makes you think large. You plus love minus food is enlightenment. Stop dumping food into your body and making it tired, frustrated, and killing your life. See, fat body kills your time and life. Fat person who is not able to keep himself awake, alive, fresh, active, not just kills his time, his life itself, because time is life. Time is the way we experience life. The time available to you is the way you experience life. If you want to remove all the negativity, reduce the food intake, go for more vegetarianism and fruitarianism. Even if you live between vegetarianism and fruitarianism, that is enough. If you want to have a breakthrough in your life, see, whenever you feel stuck, some things are not moving, you are feeling frustrated, irritated, angry, some people are not listening to you, or some loan is not coming, some money is not happening, health is not having, you are not having a breakthrough, anything. If you feel stuck and you need breakthrough, just think, sit and think what all the way the dosage of love can be added into that situation. That's it. I tell you, I'll tell you exact my inner powerful cognitions. I decided when my gurus told me to start the public life, getting trained with the society and serving society, both. It's always both. When I serve, I also get trained by society and then I serve more. All I had is pure love. And I started enriching, serving. Small ways. Today is Sri Ramakrishna's Janmatiti, Avatara Dinotstava. Bow down to Sri Ramakrishna and his whole Sangha with my gratitude, devotion, surrender. It is the ecosystem of Sri Ramakrishna responsible, and that trained me, evolved me in every level. The first place I started my public life is Ramakrishna Mission, Chennai Ramakrishna at Mylapore. There used to be a place called Ramakrishnappuram, a small locality where the houses were built and donated by Ramakrishna Mission to local people. There was a natural calamity and Ramakrishna Mission did the relief work and built many houses for local people as a relief work and gave it to them. All those villages, all those people, it's not village, it's a inside city center in Chennai, Mylapore area. All of them, as a gratitude, they kept the place name as Ramakrishnappuram. There's a small Ramakrishna's temple where every week sannyasis from brahmacharis from Ramakrishna Mat will go and used to take classes. I used to go there. That's the way I started. And there was a lot of free tuition happening. A lot of volunteers were there. They will do all that classes, tuition centers, everything. I'll go and talk about Ramakrishna and enlightenment, spiritual science, whatever I can, and sing bhajan and teach them puja, small, simple things. Understand, when I started serving, whatever society added to me, experience, expertise, knowledge, people, human resource, economical resource, any resource they added to me. Next thing I'll do, now so much has been given. With all this, how can I serve more? How can I do better? I'll go on and on. This is exactly the blueprint with which I operated. Even now I tell you, I will never ever stop a project because we don't have a resource or we want to reserve and possess the resource. No! I will make the decision only based on the integrity of the whole flow of the project. The persons involved, are they integrated? Is there no corruption? That's it. That's all is the points I'll check for any project to proceed or to stop. Never I'll stop without resources, nor I'll say, no, let's keep these resources as possess, as keep it, let us possess this for some other purpose or future security. No, I never think about future or security. I will take all my decisions. Anyone, if you lived around me, you will know. The only two things I'll notice, I will mark, I will dig out. Is there any corruption? No corruption. Tick. Then proceed. Is things are integrated. Everything is integrated. Proceed. That's it. Even now, any project, if I see no corruption, no non-integrity issue, it's absolute integrated, I'll say just go ahead. Done. One more thing, same way, I will never take a decision for the sake of volume, compromising integrity. No. Listen. Listen clearly. I'll give you the example. There is someone. If you give $1 million for a project, trusting him, he will make it into $1 billion. But he may take 1 million or 2 million in a non-integrated way from that project. I will never bother about the billion he will bring in no. I'll simply say no, stop. But the same person says, give me $1 million. I will make this project into $1 billion, and you give me 10 million as a salary. I will immediately say yes. Okay, go ahead. Let us put the whole thing in contract. Write it, pen it down. Take the $1 million, do the project, take the 10 million. I'll be absolutely okay with it and go for the expansion. Listen, adopt the same principle in your life. You will be successful forever. I learnt this one lesson very strongly. Listen, I have various levels of gurus in my life. There were some of my gurus who just predicted I am going to come, the incarnation is going to happen. And before even I came, they left the body. But they were also reason for my incarnation. There are other gurus who predicted I am coming, and the moment they made sure that I am safely landed and they saw me as a baby, then they said, yes, now things are done. They left the body. Like Pundi Swamigal, Pundi Archery Swamigal, he just waited for me to land and settle down in the body. After I was born, I was taken to him. He confirmed and that his father has landed and everything is going well. He just said, my job is done, and he left the body. There are some other gurus who made sure I settled into the body and start manifesting nicely. And made sure I have reached the non-return zone. I won't fall anymore into human zone. I have gone beyond the human zone. And then they left the body. Isaki Swamigal. He realized I have started flowering and I have gone to non-return zone. Nothing to worry anymore. And he left the body. After making sure. I think by 1991 he left the body. Pundi Swamigal left the body in 1978 itself. That same year I have assumed the body, he left the body. After making sure I have settled and everything is okay, and he left the body. Then there are some gurus who continuously monitored and guided, gave instructions how I should be brought up. Like Kanchi Paramacharya, continuously he has given instruction to 238th Guru Mahasannidhanam of Tondemandala Adinam, who was my grandfather and my guru. There are some other gurus who made sure I have fully flowered and then left the body, like Kuppammal and Raghupati Yogi, all of them. They made sure I have fully flowered and then they left the body. There were some other gurus who made sure I have started my public life actively. Only then left the body. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. He waited till I came back to Tiruvannamalai and gave him the assurance that I am continuing the spiritual mission and everything is well. All is well and it is happening. And then only he left the body. In 2000, he left the body. Understand? I am telling you batch by batch. Kuppammal, Raghupati Yogi, Annamalai Swamigal. All of them left the body almost at the same time, in 1 or 2 years. And then the next. After made sure that I am successful, only then few gurus left the body. That is, listen carefully. Only after I started the public life, everything is okay. Visari Swamigal, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar left the body. There were few gurus made sure Even in my public life mission, everything is going well. I have been given continuous guidance and instruction. Only after they were assured everything is going well, they left the body. That is Tiruchi Swamigal. Tiruchi Swami left the body only in 2005. Till then, regularly, I myself will go and fall at his feet and ask for guidance, or he will send his disciples and call me. There are so many witnesses in Bangalore even now. He will send some of his disciples, Chettiars, and tell them, hey, tell Swamiji to come. When I go there, he will ask about every detail and he will instruct me. I wanted to tell you all one incident when I was living with him. It happened in his ashram. Before the Bidhi ashram was inaugurated, I was living with him in his ashram. And I want all of you to know he is my family guru. My grandfather was his disciple and whole family is associated with him. And he lived in a place called Vaya Madam, just the opposite house in which I was born and brought up. Just opposite to the house in which I was born and brought up. So it's a generations of relationship with him. In my house, there are few gurus' photos used to be there. That Tiruchi Swami is one. Tiruchi Swami, Bangaradigalar, Amritanandamayi, and Rajarajeshwari of Bangalore. All those deities used to be, gurus and deities will be in my house in puja room. Of course, Ramana Maharshi, Visiri Swamigal and Seshadri Swamigal, the Tiruvannamalai Guru Parampara. That photo will always be there. And so from the time I know me, I revere Tiruchi Swami as my guru and the family is associated with him. Once there was a gold work. See the Gopuram of the main temple, the Rajeshwari temple, Gopuram, they were gold coating it. He asked me to be the responsible for that project. I was doing that responsibility. That time I understood there are some places where some corruption, unavoidable. But the person who is managing is capable of completing the project. I went and told him, Swami, I told him in Tamil, this person, if we give the project to him, he may take few gram gold, few 100-gram gold, but he is capable of raising all the funds needed and he will complete the whole project. He did not respond immediately. He just looked around and there were 2-3 people sitting. He told them to leave and they left. He called me near. I thought he is going to give instructions, so I went near. He just slapped me. He just gave a good slap. I was just with the folded hands. I know I missed it. So I should just receive. He told in Tamil, I'll repeat exact word and then I'll explain. Dai. மடம் காலியா இருந்தா தப்பு இல்லடா, மடம் கவலையா இருக்கக்கூடாதுடா. If mud is empty, that is okay, but mud should not be occupied by the people who will put suffering, worry on us. Then he explained in Tamil, elaborately. I'll tell exactly and then translate. அடே, எந்த கையில கட்டுறமோ அந்த கையை வச்சு தாண்டா காப்பாற்ற முடியும். கட்டும்போது திருடுறவன் பரவாயில்லன்னு உள்ள வச்சுட்டோம்னா காப்பாத்தும் போதும் இதே மாதிரி திருடுற கைங்களை வச்சு காப்பாற்ற வேண்டி இருக்குமடா, அது காப்பாற்ற முடியாதடா. திருடுறவன் பழக்கப்பட்டுட்டான்னா திருட்டோட நிறுத்த மாட்டான்டா. பணத்துக்காக உயிரெடுக்கவும் தயங்க மாட்டான். ருசி கண்டுச்சுன்னா பூனை உரிக்கு உரி தாவுமடா, எங்க நிக்குன்னு தெரியாது. அதனால வேலை நடக்காம இருந்தாலும் தப்பு இல்ல, மடம் காலியா இருந்தா தப்பு இல்லடா, மடம் கவலையா இருக்கக்கூடாதுடா. Even if the work is not happening, that is okay, but it should not be done by the corrupt people. He said, hands with which you build, only with that hands you are going to maintain. If you allow the corrupt people while you are building, you will be forced to manage the large built infrastructure with that same corrupt hands, which you will not be able to do. And then he said, there is a proverb in Tamil, Rusiganda pona urikkuridavum. If once a cat gets the taste of stealing, it will jump from anywhere to anywhere and it will go anywhere to anywhere. So once somebody learns the taste of corruption, money, they will not stop just with money. They will get into every department, every level. They will go even up to the level of taking people's lives. I have seen this in my life. I tell you. I am so happy. I had gurus who had power over me, who will directly slap me, because I was brought up at their feet. I am not only his disciple, literally like his grandson. Even after Biddi Ashram started, my public life started, everything became successful. Even before he left the body, maybe 6 months before, once he slapped me. Not in front of disciples. He will tell them, whenever I go and meet and start talking to him, he will send his disciples and my disciples both. By the time I started having a lot of disciples, and he will send my disciples also away and his disciples also away. Once I expressed my incompletion to him. I personally requested him to come to Biddi Ashram and bless the campus. And he did not come. He sent his disciples, his representatives, Shivpuri Swamiji, and he only made everything. He himself directly spoke to people and ensured my staying place in Bangalore, or he ensured that the throne is done properly, beautifully, and he ensured that the crown is gold coated. He did everything. And he did not come physically. I asked him. He said, he just showed the gesture, come near. Now I know I'm going to get the slap. But I did not deny. I just, that is usually when we speak to him in front of him, that we keep the hand on the mouth so that saliva doesn't spill on him, and it's a respectful way of talking. So I went near and he gave one. And then he said, na varala nyarra sonade, driver கூப்பிடு, கேளு, 2 தரம் தனியா வந்து எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்துட்டு வந்தேன், சுயம்புலிங்கம் அருமையா இருக்கு, நல்லா பண்ணு, நான் அங்க தான் இருக்கிறேன், உன் கூட தான் இருக்கேன், வரலன்னு யார் சொன்னது? I was shocked. He said he actually came secretly without my knowledge or anyone's knowledge. His driver only knows, went round the whole ashram and even went up to the temple. There was nobody. Maybe early morning time or evening, twice he came and he said, I went round and saw everything. Everything is good. Blessings. I just started having tears in my eyes, not because he slapped me, but because he came and graced without my knowledge And I asked him, then why you don't want to come in publicly? Why you did not come for public functions when I am inviting you? I will be honored to receive you with Purna Kumbham and do all the Pada Puja and all the respects. You are my Kula Guru, you are my family Guru. I'll be so happy to receive you with all the honors and publicly. He just smiled and said in Tamil, "Hey, நான் வெளிப்படையா வந்தேன்னா வெளிப்படையா என் பக்தருங்க உங்ககிட்ட வரமாட்டாங்கடா. என்னை வெறுக்கிறவங்க இப்போ உங்ககிட்ட வர்றாங்க, என்னை விரும்புறவங்களும் உங்ககிட்ட வர்றாங்க. நான் வெளிப்படையா வந்தேன்னா என்னை விரும்புறவங்களும் உங்ககிட்ட வர்றதுக்கு பயப்படுவாங்க. சாமி கிட்ட போறவங்க எங்கிட்ட வர்றவங்க எப்படி உங்ககிட்ட வரலான்னு. என்னை வெறுக்கிறவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, ஓ அவரு திருச்சி சுவாமியோட அசோசியேட்டடா இருக்கு, நாம எப்படி அங்க போறதுன்னு பயப்படுவாங்க. ரெண்டு பேருமே உங்ககிட்ட வரமாட்டாங்கடா. அதனால வெளிப்படையா நான் வராம இருந்தேன்னா என் பக்தர்களும் உங்ககிட்ட வருவாங்க, என்ன பிடிக்காதவங்களும் உங்ககிட்ட வருவாங்க, உருப்படுவாங்கடா. நீ என்ன பண்ணணுமோ அது வெற்றி அடையறதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணணுமோ அதை பண்றேன்டா. எனக்கு தெரியும் நீ என்னை எப்படி மனசுல வச்சிருக்கேன்னு, உனக்கு தெரியும் நான் உன்னை எப்படி மனசுல வச்சிருக்கேன்னு. இதுல பொதுவெளியில காட்டுறதுக்கு என்னடா இருக்கு? முதலியார் ஜம்ப விளக்கெண்ணெய் கேடுன்னு சொல்றது கரெக்டா தான் இருக்கு பாரு. இந்த புத்தி உடல பாரு. வெளி ஜம்பத்துல என்னடா இருக்கு? Actually, the whole thing I am repeating, I'll tell you in English. He said, if I come openly, people, my disciples, they also won't come to you thinking that, oh, I am associated with Swamiji, how can I go to Nithyananda Swami? I am his disciple, how can I go to the next person? And people who don't like me, they also won't come to you thinking that you are associated with me. Then how can they come to you who don't like me, but you are my disciple? You are associated with me openly. Now, if I don't come there publicly, my disciples also will come to you. Every time, even when I get few minutes, I only think, what is the next meeting I can have? Whom I can inspire? What next work I can do? What way I can contribute? When people come and surrender themselves to me, when they add their life to me, immediately I feel, come on, now through this person also I should plan how I can contribute to people. When you add money to KAILASA, I'll see now, yes, we have this much of money. Let us add this also and make sure how we can contribute to people. Go on and on and on. My future security is not in the money I kept in bank, but the money I spent on project. Understand? How I look at my future security. Listen carefully. How I see my future and security of the KAILASA, not the money which is sitting on the bank, but the money I spent on the projects. And the projects through which I am contributing to people. So that is what I see as my future security. If you want to create, learn this secret. Look at your activism as the future security, not anything dead as your security. If you think something dead, like a bank balance, what you are possessing as your security, you will start hoarding and possessing. Your activism will be shortened. That is not security, what you are hoarding. How you are active and alive and contributing, that is the real security. Be a king. not mediocre, middle class, worker. Infuse love, larger vision in your career, vision, plan, what you consider as a security in everything. My Aushadha Guru, Narayana Swami Tata, he had directly darshan of Parashakti. And she gave him one instruction. Hey, you can earn any amount of money through these powers. But night when you are going to sleep, nothing should be there with you. You should have spent or distributed. I have seen him earning in those days in 1980s. Nowadays in this media, social media, always they say 90s kids, 90s kids. I am a 70s kid, an 80s kid. In 1980s, I have seen him earning every day 2,000 rupee, 3,000 rupee. He will do all the power manifestation. The police people, police constables will come to him to detect the thefts or other crimes, to solve the crimes. He will detailed way tell everything and solve the crimes through the power manifestation. He is well known even in the whole police station. Tiruvannamalai, the central town police station, this Swami, Narayana Swami Tata, is well known because every case they will come to him. I have seen him solving all the crime cases without missing one. From morning till evening, I have seen him. Sometimes even 200 people, 300 people he will attend. And he won't ask money. People will just drop whatever they want. That itself will be 2,000, 3,000 rupees per day in those days. But before going to bed, he will call the local sadhus, some charity, some this temple festival, that everything he will distribute it. Only empty-handed he will sleep. Once I asked him, what will you do later? He laughed and said, hey, அம்மா கொடுத்த சக்தி மட்டும்தான்டா எதிர்காலத்துக்கு பாதுகாப்பு, இந்த பணம் எல்லாம் பாதுகாப்பு இல்லடா. He said in Tamil, the powers Devi gave, that is only the security for future, not this money and all. Of course, till the time he left the body, he lived royally, and so much of people who are being benefited by him, all of them have celebrated him, and he lived a royal life and he left the body in a royal way. No doubt. He made his mission, his career as a mission, and he always believed in the money he spent as a future security, not the money he was holding. The money he spent in the projects, he always felt that is his future security. Just see last 26 years of my recorded public life. Every word now I am uttering is lived in these 26 years. Now what I am talking, the living proof of all these truths is last 26 years of recorded, documented my public life in Nithyanandapedia. Go to every page in Nithyanandapedia, every page and every photograph every day is the evidence. You can see how I lived and living what I am teaching. Courageously take this truth and start executing. Boldly take this truth and start executing. You will be successful. And I tell you, I really love you. That is the reason I am revealing these sacred secrets to you. It's my initiation, blessing for you to manifest your creation dimension in life. As I said on Shivaratri day, if you try 10 things, you will be successful in 5 things and fail in 5 things. If you try 100 things, you may be failing in 25 things or even 50 things, but you will be successful in 100 things. If you try 1,000 things, even if you are failure in 500 things or 600 things, you will be successful in million things. When you try larger number of things, there are many trying will happen which you have not even tried directly. Understand that when there are many things getting tried due to your energy which you have not even tried directly, that is the time your creation energy has become mission. Listen carefully. If you are trying 10 things, only the 10 things you will be trying. That is what is career, building a career. If you are trying 100 things, maybe 200 things will be indirectly tried through you by your inspiration. That is what is building a profession. If you try 1,000 things simultaneously, spontaneously, continuously, even if you fail in 900 things, you will be successful in million things. Because by that time, the kind of the energy you radiate, the love you carry, the intensity you have, millions of things will be tried indirectly by your impact. And it will all be successful. Any kid, my Gurukul kid, learns this science and starts manifesting this science, I know I have done the real education for that kid. This is what is real education. All other MBA படிச்சாலும் சரி, லைஃப் லாங் பம்மிக்கிட்டே உட்காந்துருக்க வேண்டியதுதான். This is the real education. MBA படிக்கிறது, MBBS படிக்கிறது, இதுக்கு எல்லாம் புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. இதுதான் ரியல் எஜுகேஷன். What I am talking now is the real education. This is what should be taught to all Gurukul kids. Intense life positivity. Intense life positivity. Intense life positivity. With tremendous love, activism. Life. If you want health, use the body intensely, continuously every day. You will be healthy. If you want peace, keep the mind intensely active, contributing to the world with intense, sincere love, you will have peace. Anything you keep actively, intensely, sincerely, you will master that field. Whether it is a health or wealth or relationships, enlightenment, power manifestation, anything. I want all my Kailasa heads to understand, whether you are a Grihastha or Sannyasi, everyone who is heading the Kailasas, head of the region or head of a Kailasa, head of an ashram, everyone, I want to tell you guys, The money you spent on the projects and served people is the future security you have, not the money you have kept in the bank. This is what is the law of life. Catch this law of life. Lakshmi will shower. Mahalakshmi will shower. That's why Mahalakshmi is showering me. It's not that I don't plan, I don't keep reserve. No, I'm not saying that. But what I feel as my future security is not based on the money which is in the bank, but it is based on the projects I have done successfully. And money spent on the projects and contributed to the people. Based on that, I feel my future security or Kailasa's future security. The Kailasa's money reserve, future security, is not dependent on the money sitting in reserve, but it is dependent on the money being spent, the amount of money spent on successful projects contributing to the world. I don't know how your economy works, your country economy works. This is the way Kailasa's economy works. The money I spent on projects and served people is what I feel as the reserve for my future economical security, economical safety of Kailasa. This is the way I think, this is the way I function, this is the way I exist. Even in my life, the love, the energy I shared, the amount of people I inspired, the amount of people I made active and made them all successful, the number of people I helped to unclutch and experience Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the number of people I helped to achieve complete completion and be more alive and active in the life, the number of people I healed from physical diseases or mental diseases, the number of people I helped to come out of frustration, tiredness, boredom, the number of people I helped to manifest powers, this is what I clearly see as my success, and that is what I see as my future security. Creation is absolute manifestation of love material. Love is the source material out of which creation happens. And make your career profession as a mission. Whether in your private life level or public level or wealth in any level. Even your morning yoga, don't make it as just private affair. Make it as a public affair. You will get up and do yoga and inspire 10 people who respects you, whom you can reach out, and all of you will do yoga together. Make it as a mission. You will be successful and you will do it every day. I tell you, all those people who made their morning yoga as a mission by making the e-Kailasa, they are all highly healthy and they do yoga every day without missing. They are more authentic in their yoga than the Kailasa-vasis who dedicated their whole life to do yoga. When you make your everyday yoga, not just as your career or your profession, but as a mission, simply you will be successful. Same thing with your business, with your power manifestation. Everything, add love to it. You will be successful. That's a law of creation, science of creation. If you are doing yoga all alone, I guarantee you will not do it more than 10 days. I have seen enough. I have seen all kinds of people in 26 years of my public life. If you make it as a mission, you will never miss it. Even if you miss it, it will be maybe 1 or 2 days rarely. Because all your friends, it's an ecosystem now, it's a group energy. Make your career as mission. Make your health as a mission. Make your career as a mission. Make your profession as mission. Make your happy, blissful relationship with your family life as a mission. Start enriching, teaching everyone who has a family problem. You will solve all your family problems automatically because you will be remembering continuously. You see, when you start counseling people who have marriage problems, your marriage problems will dissolve. It's a technique. Because when you counsel them, you know how the mind works and you know what is the right response. You know what is the right problem, what is the right solution. And you will, when you solve them, you will solve your problems. I always do this. Whenever these Gurukul kids, when they throw tantrum, when they come and present to me all the problems which is not there, I will tell them, go and attend to some other kid who has the same problem. When they solve their problems, when the kids, the problems are solved, they will solve their problem also. That's it. Whenever Adinavasis come and tell me they have problems, I tell them, go and attend to someone who has the same problem and give solution and come back. They will come back and say, so Swamiji, I found my solution. Make your relationships, your completion as a mission. You will be successful. I'll continue to expand on other phases of Paramashiva's existence, Sthiti, Samhara, all the details. Now, my blessings for the season 24 Paramashivoham participants. I initiate all of you. My blessings. And we also offer our deep devotion to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa on his Avatara Dinotsava. And all the ashram should do puja to Sri Ramakrishna and Sharada Devi and Vivekananda and the whole Ramakrishna Sangha with devotion and gratitude. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार
Nithyanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasya Lakshmam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence. All these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained what is power manifestation, becoming alive in everything, consciousness as reality. Bhagwan gives us the science of power manifestation. It's a science because millions have experienced that, and each one of us can experience a superconscious breakthrough. And all the powers that manifested through us are authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas, just by listening to the pramanas, we get a cognitive shift. Even if we don't understand anything, just by listening, the cognitive shift happens from what we understand the materialistic world, the objective world, to the conscious space that we are, consciousness, energy, the superconscious space, that who we are. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas, pure science, and Agamas as applied science. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nanamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yoginis, Yogis. All of them are authority of Hinduism, who have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagwan placed the Leela to showcase to the world how a cognitive shift could manifest powers of Paramashiva. Shakshi Pramana, the experience and the results of the devotee, disciple, followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, initiated by Bhagwan himself into the science of power manifestation. Bhagwan beautifully says how the Kailash courtyard is like a Garbha Mandir. Whoever comes and resides and manifests and feeling the oneness, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, simply Bhagwan initiates them into the superconscious space and makes them manifest the powers of auspiciousness, abundance, bliss, and all their desire into reality. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Clearly, it is documented that in Avatar Shastra, how your brain goes to the thoughtless space and how your prefrontal cortex becomes so active when you really manifest powers, and which is responsible for all the discoveries, inventions, and all the breakthroughs in the life. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter. Consciousness over matter is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness beyond the matter, beyond the mind. Tantra is the method. How we have methods to cook or do some great work of making a rocket. Everything has a method. Same way, all this also has a method. Bhagavan gives step by step to unfold from what we have, all the materialistic world, to consciousness is real, to become that oneness Bhagavan is describing again and again. For the power of consciousness over matter, from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95.
क्वचित् वस्तुनि विन्यस्य शनैर्दृष्टिं निवर्तयेत् तज्ज्ञानं चित्तसहितं देवी शून्यालयो भवेत् क्वचिद् वस्तुनि विन्यस्य शनैर्दृष्टिं निवर्तयेत् तज्ज्ञानं चित्तसहितं देवी शून्यालयो भवेत्.
Beautifully, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from the object, as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of the object, along with the thought and impression of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists, which is the state of all-inclusiveness or infinity. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, whenever he says, O Devi, in the sutras, he says clearly that Paramashiva is calling each one of us with such love and compassion. And here he clearly says, Bhagavan beautifully gives an example of Ramanuja. He walked to Tirumala, where is a great energy center, one of the most powerful energy center. And after that, when he returned with his devotees, he walked 30 miles. And after that, they sat down to eat. And when they opened the food had ants. So when the food had ants, the disciples said, oh my God, the food had ants. And Ramanuja said, oh my God. And he put all the ants back in the food and closed the food. And he started walking backward again to the temple. They were so shocked because they have to walk 30 miles. And where is he going? And Ramanuja said that I'm going back to leave the ants back to Tirumala. The disciples were angry, annoyed, and confused. Why would you walk all the way to put the ants back when we are so hungry, tired, and we need to eat the food? We'll take out the ants and we'll eat. It doesn't bother us, the disciple says. And Ramanuja says, no, they have done so many tapas to come to that state, to be in Tiruvallala, the most powerful energy space. And we cannot just say it is okay for the ants to just get away from that place just because we are hungry. So he walks 30 miles and drops the ants, and next day he walks back and to eat the food. The whole science, Bhagavan says, the pure love, how he has compassion even to the ants, and overflowing respect, and the space that he holds, that Tirumala, the energy centers are such auspiciousness, and it takes so many billions of years for us to experience that beautiful space. Bhagavan says, out of 84 million species and 8 billion people, we are the chosen one to experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says, the love expands. Now the science is also catching up that any love breaks the pattern, any root patterns that we are suffering. Now in science they are saying that You are not acting on root pattern when you are in deep love, even with the outer world. Bhagavan also beautifully says, even with the outer world, when you are in deep love, if this is the result, what happens if you are in deep love with the greatest energy center, and greater energy center being your guru and blessing you with all the auspiciousness? What would be the space of you manifesting all this reality? Bhagavan beautifully says, all it takes is deep surrender and love, and you will manifest simply all the powers of Paramashiva, because in love everything becomes one with the reality, and whatever is told simply becomes real in your life. How you had a love for your parents, everything they said was once a reality in your life. That is all needs. Just surrender with a deep earning, and simply you will see the manifestation happening. For the power of consciousness over matter and looking through the blindfold, how Bhagavan said that he was asked to tie his eyes and just go within rather than outside when the one became the oneness. When you are with the objective world, we can see only one at a time, think one at a time, do one at a time. But Bhagavan says, once you are in oneness with Paramashiva, everything happens simultaneously and beautifully align itself. Beautifully, Dhruva, he was greatest manifestation, where Dhruva moved the whole multiverse with his penance. He believed in himself as Paramashiva and Parandama, and started chanting his nama and did a tapas. He stopped sleeping, he stopped eating, he stopped doing everything other than only chanting. And Vishnu came running and blessed him, and he appeared in his third eye. He says, no, I want to see you in the physical reality, then only I will approve. Till then, I will not open my eyes. And he comes to physical reality, and then he blesses him forever. He will be seen as Dhruva Nakshatra, the star Dhruva, with his mother close by, also there as a star. And these are in the Vishnu Purana, chapter 11. All these great signs again and again retold how a child could be beyond the food, water, and sleep, and finally the breath itself, because he understood everything is oneness, energy. It is as simple as a child can understand. And as a child, Bhagavan beautifully says, as a child we all understood and even lived. But with awareness, when Dhruva brought it to his reality, he manifested the Parandama. He became the oneness with Parandama. All of us can understand, and it is already happening in us as reality. Bhagavan beautifully explains in the Atma Pramana.
You have a consciousness which can command and execute something that is one with ultimate. So you are ultimate. I know now with this theory there will be 100 questions, doubts you may have. All that we can digest, grind, burn next. But the first click is right. That first click was so powerful. The words uttered were only two words. Swami. Then he showed through the gestures. Are you able to move the right hand? So I responded in the same way, gestures, not words. Yes, I can move. What is there? So just when this gesture, question, answer was going on, I could understand very clearly what he is trying to convey. If you have a consciousness which can command and make the matter, body is matter, make the matter obey Listen, you are carrying which is ultimate. You are the consciousness which is ultimate. Onnada. Like something hit on my forehead. It was such an ecstasy blossoming, flowering. I started laughing and he started laughing. At least next 10 minutes. It's like I felt, oh God, took Kadka Puri and cleaned up the whole constipation. And all the incompletion went away. Became complete. If you had constipation for 1 week and had Kadka Puri and cleansed, came and lie down on the bed, how you feel? Exactly. Oh God. Yes. If I have something which has a power to will and command and make the matter obey, then I have a consciousness which is ultimate. From that click, started manifesting powerful cognitions. If this consciousness can move these hands, why not the air next to the hands? Why not the stone next to the air? Why not the hill next to the stone? The powerful cognitions have started manifesting. And the powerful cognitions have brought understanding, knowledge, powers, all rooted, centered on this one click. Listen. I can only reenact. I cannot tell what happened. I can only reenact. He showed the gesture like a, are you able to move your hands? That's exactly. In my inner space, I can immediately understand the gesture and respond. Why not? See? In this interaction itself, my mind is searching. What is he trying to teach through this interaction? What is he trying to insert into me by this gesture? I started looking for, yes, he is asking, can you move your hand? And I am saying, yes, I can. What is the problem? What is he trying to convey through this? I can see very clearly the next understanding coming to me. So, commanding, and the commanded is obeying. The will is acting on the matter, being established in the consciousness. Then what? I was looking into his eyes. I can still remember that casual, sweet, most simple way of giving initiation into the most complicated truth, Advaita.
Beautifully, Bhagavan gave how he was in complete surrender and love and devotion. Simply, he was able to see how the manifestation happened. Now you can see how the devotees, disciples, Shakshi Pramana, they are wearing the blindfold and manifesting the power of consciousness over matter.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Moving out of the hand, that's the perfect. If you have the Jnananjan, you can apply in your third eye and your temple, and you can take your blindfold. Today we are going to do with the blindfold. So you can do with your blindfold. You won't even know when it has fallen. So you can ask your partner to hold a coconut or any object, and if they can tape, if they are holding in the hand, they have to keep the hand very stable. They can tape their hand or keep it on a flat surface so that it does not move. Now let's make sure if you don't have coconut, you can use any other object which is not just sliding away, but it is properly kept. You can keep it on silicone also, but make sure the silicone, the tabs or cell phone is completely switched off. There's no vibration mode. And sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Again and again, surrendering in deep love and remembrance of your Guru, and understanding Paramashiva is real. How Bhagavan said, all of us join together collectively, collective integrity, doing the yoga pada, or puja, the kriya pada, listening to the satsang and manifesting powers as jnana pada, and living the lifestyle is the charya pada, and having a group to do that is the ultimate. Here you have right now the group to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. All of us sitting and chanting the Maha Vakya in deep love, remembrance, surrender, and again with the deep listening through your third eye. And simply whatever manifest, sharing with the world again and again, and asking them also to come and join this powerful space. Like how the Tirumala is such a powerful space, Bhagavan's Kailash Courtyard is such a powerful space. If you consistently keep coming to the powerful space, your life has to transform. Whether you believe it or not, whether you agree it or not, whether you want it or not, just by sitting through these sessions as collective consciousness and collective integrity, just because it's a Guru Vak, and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, whether we manifest or not, simply you will see your life transforming into most beautiful space when you are in oneness with Paramashiva. All your self-doubt, self-denial, hatred, frustration, everything just merges into the space of deep love and expansion. Consciousness is nothing but you feeling only your body is you, to you understanding you are reflecting in the body also, and you are in everything also. You understanding that you are energy, not just the body. You understanding that you are Paramashiva, the quantum space, who you are. So to realize that and getting into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, all you need to do is surrender all your questions, doubts, frustration, impossibility, and wherever you feel stuck, everything at Bhagavan's lotus feet, like how you would tell your mother, just drop it, everything at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Hold your space, Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real, and continuously chant the Maha Vakya with a deep listening, manifesting the power of consciousness over matter blindfolded.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown you, please take a picture of that or a video of that and you can share it with the world. All these might look a very simple, what is there, but all that Bhagavan is teaching us through all these simple activities to manifest the powers of consciousness, who you are. Like Bhagavan said, if you tie your eyes and then start shooting, you cannot see anything in the outer world. So what happens to your inner space? Everything is focused on your inner space. What's the thoughts are going, what is the whole thing happening inside you. Bhagavan says how the constipation is there for few days and you get rid of it and you feel so relaxed and relieved. Same way, when you get rid of your mind, you go into the deep sleep. You want to get rid of it every single day. All, if you don't sleep for a couple of days, we know how horrible we feel. If we can live without that thoughts and mind itself, how amazing, and how is it possible? Yes, it is possible because in the sleep we don't have thoughts. And how we can be aware of that state? We can simply surrender the thoughts to Bhagavan's lotus feet again and again. When Bhagavan says your understanding of you as matter will simply disappear if you understand you're larger than what you are. And that is when you're in deep love, you feel expanded. You feel like you are the cosmos. You are everything in the world, and whatever you love is the only thing seen by you. In whatever sound or whatever words people tell, there is no hearing except you in love with that. And if it is more than just the outer world object, your inner space, Paramashiva, is real. If you fall in love with that, the ultimatum happens. Your consciousness simply becomes your reality. And what is falling in love with consciousness? Again and again, living from the context, you are energy, you are consciousness, you are Paramashiva who is drinking water, you are Paramashiva who is speaking to another Paramashiva, you are Paramashiva walking, you are Paramashiva talking, you are Paramashiva taking bath. Everything becomes the consciousness. Then after few days, Bhagavan says, you will live as Paramashiva, even though the mind does not understand, because the context you were larger than who you are, your thinking, who are the creator and maintaining, destroying, liberating, pulling yourself out of delusion and liberation itself. All this is happening simultaneously in you, and you experience that. Once you understand, you are consciousness. Bhagavan says, few minutes collectively, all of us chanting the Mahavakya deeply from the navel center and completely surrendering all our thoughts, which is not real, at Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude and surrender. Simply you transform into the new species and manifesting not just auspiciousness in this power, but also in your life you'll see phenomenal changes happening and everything falling in place such a beautiful way, just like that. Now just sit for a few minutes, chant the Mahavakya. Make sure your eyes are blindfolded. You're going to move the coconut or any object on others' land, hand, or keep it on the ground or the cell phone. Any silicon is fine, but make sure the silicon is not in any vibration mode. It is completely switched off. And make sure you can record all this to show and thank Bhagavan for all that he is manifesting beyond your logical thinking in your life. Bhagavan says you are not needed for your life. Thinking is not needed for your life. And that becomes reality when you manifest powers. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya for a few minutes with a deep listening through your third eye.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the
Beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and share it in the social media in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation or any social media you are in. You can share it in that. Make sure you tag it to your friends and family. Again and again, enriching and causing more people. Bhagavan says, if you want to become a great teacher, then you inspire 10 people to become a great teacher. If you want to become a billionaire, you make 10 people billionaire, you become billionaire. If you want to become Paramashiva, you enrich 10 people that they are Paramashiva, cause their reality. Simply you become Paramashiva as reality. All this is again and again told to us because the outer world is nothing but a reflection of who we are. And again, enriching and causing brings us back to who we are. The Paramashiva space in us becomes reality. Beyond all the suffering and impossibilities and where we are stuck, we have a beautiful way out, living as Paramashiva as reality. And if you see the $sign, you can offer your donation to KAILASA. Bhagwan's Nityotsvam has started, and simply whatever you offer, you are building the KAILASA inside you. And thanking all of you who are here manifesting the powers, offering or sharing all these great signs. Again and again, you can go to Kailash Kotyad Manifesting Power page. You can see how amazing people are sharing all their beautiful manifestation and simply their life, how it is transforming into Paramashiva as reality. Thanking all of you and surrendering all this powerful cognition, power manifestation to Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude and thanking Bhagwan. And with a deep earning, Paramashiva is real in my thought, word and action. And seeing everyone as Paramashiva as my reality, holding that as my powerful cognition, and ending the session with a Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be at 6 p.m. IST in Zoom. And you can log in through eKailasha, select Kailash Kotyad Manifesting Power session. Thank you, Nithyanandam.